So, what an exciting conversation. I feel this conversation is so important because individuals are so passionate about seeing civic change in their neighborhoods, in their communities, in their cities, in their counties, in their states, in their country, that passion, which is a good thing, always is a driving force in the decisions and how we behave when it comes to civics. And when it comes to civics, it's a chess game. It's a chess game. And if you expose your hand or if you burn your bridges way too early, you're not going to get anything done. And you might as well go ahead and find someone else that the decision makers or the legislators can trust to have a conversation. Because when you're dealing with how laws are made and how you can help to bring to the table when it comes to bills and laws, it's really about relationships. And you got to take the emotional out of it. You got to take the emotional out of it. You got to take really, especially if you're in a situation where you're with a particular party and the person that's the legislator is in another party, and you're basically making it known that you are so, uh, advocate of your party that you miss the fact that you're talking to a human being and end up talking to a brand, and you end up burning that bridge to where you can't get nothing done, at least in conversation, for your movement, whatever that is. So I like to tell individuals, please, please, please focus on what you're looking to do and let it be for a positive, integral situation for humankind. With that being said, you should always know that if that's what you're looking to accomplish, when you're going in to make your move, then you should not get caught up in the ups, downs, twists, and turns of whatever happens to you, because your goal is to make sure that you're still getting whatever you're looking to get done for mankind. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into how laws are made, and I wanted to jump into this article because with my civic relations, there was an individual, a friend of mine, of course, that reached out to me and was passionate about a situation. A recent situation happened, and it affected uh, individuals to the point where this individual was so passionate about the situation, they immediately called me saying, "Well, Donovan, you have access to the situation, and you're with this situation, so therefore, you should be able to change the situation." And then which is one. I mean, I almost took that as a compliment, because at the end of the day, I'm still a human being like everyone else, and at the end of the day, it's up to the legislator to make whatever decisions the legislator is going to make. I can get to know them, build relationships, help with community relations, and things of that nature, but it's still up to the individual. So keep in mind, when you're talking to legislators or you're looking to get stuff passed, you can do all you can, but at the end of the day, you're still talking to the individual that has to make the decision. A lot of times, those decisions are made not just by that individual, but also by the other individuals, members, of the legislator, and also individuals that are possibly supporting that individual as far as constituents. Obviously, the legislator always has to, not always has to, but usually follows the vote of the constituent base to keep them in office, because the supposed idea is to have that legislator represent the voice of the people of that district as the constituents. A lot of times people are in a position of legislator that you may not have voted for. But at the same time, you don't want to go overboard to where you're burning a relationship, especially during the campaign, to where once they're elected, you can't get anything done, at least a conversation for your community. So it's very important for you to let's walk through this situation on how you can get something done, as far as a bill for your community, and just know that, one, it may not pass and become a law, and we're gonna talk about that real quick as well, because it's all about emotional intelligence in this case, how laws are made, and the idea really is for you to take out how you can create a bill and how you can hopefully massage a conversation for your legislator to present the bill. So how to become a law? Creating laws in the U.S. Creating laws is the U.S. House of Representatives' most important job. And it's funny because I would say this is a federal statement, but this is also a state statement, meaning you have state House of Representatives. This here is the U.S. House of Representatives, which is your federal, but you also have state House of Representatives. I'm also going to assume that this sentence says creating laws is the state House of Representatives' most important job, just as much as the U.S. All laws in the United States begin as bills, which is a legislative proposal, before a first of all, I want to shout out kids-clerk.house.gov. In regards to where we're getting this information, we want to keep it very simple. kids-clerk.house.gov. Before a bill can become a law, it must be approved by the U.S. House of Representatives or the state House of Representatives, the U.S. Senate or the state Senate, and the president. I'm assuming the governor, if you're talking about state legislation. Let's follow a bill's journey to become a law. The bill begins. Laws begin as ideas. These ideas may come from a representative, the House Representative legislator, or from a citizen like you. I want you to really be aware and take this in. You can create a bill. So let's not focus on who's not helping and why you can't get nothing done. You create the bill. You come up with a think tank, come up with a group of like-minded individuals, and create the bill. Citizens who have ideas for laws can contact their representatives to discuss their idea. This sentence is so important. I'm telling you. Citizens who have ideas for laws can contact their representative to discuss their idea. So understand that you have to, one, be able to contact your representative, which means you have to have a relationship with your representative. And you're not going to have a relationship with your representative if you're always really coming off at a negative perspective of the legislator or of that representative. You're always talking about what they're not doing, why you need to vote them out, always, putting it on social media. I'm not saying that these things are not true, but the game is chess. And while that individual's in that position, you have to give them that honor because they're the ones that have to present the bill. They're the ones that have to say, okay, I'm even open to, entertaining this bill. And they're the ones who have to defend your bill from their network if they're saying this bill doesn't make any sense, if they're reaching out to you as a constituent. So what you want to do is be wise during campaign season. It could be an incumbent, which is somebody that's already a representative, or it could be a traditional citizen that's running for the first or second or third or whatever number of time, looking to earn the position of that legislator or that representative. You want to be kind to all of them because you never know who's going to be in that position, either now or some point in the future, in any regard. So first of all, take out the emotion out of it, take the anger out of it, and focus on building something, a relationship, through the art of communication and the art of soft skills. I have a link there for you guys to click to try one of our soft skill training courses. It's very, very important. But understand that citizens who have ideas for laws can contact their representative to discuss their ideas, so you cannot burn that bridge. If the representative agrees, they research the ideas and write them into bills. There it is. So you now know that you can create your own bill, then bring it to the representative, or you can meet with the representative beforehand and see if y'all can create one together. But the representative is not going to give you the time of day if you're always bad-mouthing, always angry. And that's okay. I got it and I get it. But it's chess. And you are representing a constituent base with diplomacy. You are now a diplomat now. When you're talking this type of game and you I want to help my community and this ain't right. Then you're a diplomat. You're an ambassador now. You can't. This is a whole different level. You can't come and badmouth and talk about somebody and expect something to change in your favor. It doesn't work like that, especially when you are in a chamber, when you have other representatives that have to vote in your favor. So it's not just one person saying, I'm going to write this and I'm going to pass it and it's there. You got to get other people to vote for it. You got to build those relationships. You got to hope that your representative that's helping you create the bill has relationships in the chamber in order to get the other representatives to vote for the bill. That's a whole other conversation. So both of y'all might not have soft skill training. You as the constituent trying to get a bill passed and the representative in the chamber with other representatives that can't have a conversation because they're mad maybe. I don't know. So this goes just for not only for the constituent, but also for the legislator. It's all emotional intelligence. If the representative agrees, they research the idea, and write them into bills. The bill is proposed. When a representative has written so basically now they write the bill, you guys have a bill. I may leave it here, and we're going to commit into other conversations in the future. I'm going to leave it here because I just want you to know that at the end of the day, there's things going on that you may not like, or your constituent base or your district may not like. What you do is you put it on documentation. You write a bill. We can talk about in the future how to write a bill, but you know that you have the right and you can write a bill, and it's also suggested for you to have your representative help you on that bill, which we now know that you have to play it cool in order to get the help that you need. Or you got to wait until that representative's terms is up and build a new relationship with the other representative, but you're not helping your community in this case. Now you got to wait years, possibly. U.S. federal representatives may go for 60, 70 years, or I don't know, 40, 50 years. So with that being said, that's how you can first get into the game and enact change for your community and your district and constituent base. So thank you for liking, subscribing, following. Do feel free to click the Cash App link to click what you felt this message was worth to you. Stay cool. You can make change through documentation. If you create the bill first, if the representative does not want to create the bill with you, then you have to create the bill. Once you create the bill, I will submit it into the representative and just document the fact that, hey, I've submitted this bill to you X amount of times, so that you can have that as arsenal, and use it for, and then you may have to go to your neighboring representative, or you may have to go to the speaker, in that case. But there's other chains and ways you can do it, and there's a diplomatic way you can do it. But first, you got to get your documentation together by creating the bill, you and or the representative, then submitting the bill with the representative's agreement, or submit it anyways if they don't agree to it. Document the fact that you sent it in. Save that bill for the time, because you can use it in the future. But you got to control your emotions. You got to use great communication. Talk to you soon.